products. They're pretty chill, but today is just kind of a day that I kind of use up the ingredients that are in the fridge. We are cleaning out the freezer as well. So I found some lamb ribs. So I thought that we could do something with lamb ribs. I've never cooked them in my life. So I just thought maybe we could just like some garlic, heaps of garlic, oil, rosemary, and just make it into really delicious, like little bit of ribs. It'll have like a small amount of meat in. There, like I said before, the lamb that I've got is like quite lean, but it's very delicious. And then with the leftover bones, we can just make like a stock. I've got all of these veggies on my bench right beside me. We're gonna make some cookies. So I Strip for Donuts redeemed me to cook a recipe for him, and we chose his cookie recipe, Choc cookies. So I'm a little bit excited. I love cookie dough. I don't know if I'm the only person that love cookie dough more than I love cookies. So we'll see. I made cookies actually early in the week. I made some chocolate peanut ones. So I'm interested to see how these work out. I'm doing some recipe testing, and I'll have to take some tips and tricks from Strip's recipe. Before we go into today's stream, let's go back to the last time on. The last time stream was yesterday, and I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on how it was. We did Make with Molly. We had a special guest who was the one and the only, I was about to say Exceed. It was Belgor, Chef Belgor, or my brother, and he is a larger-than-life personality, and so we had a lot of fun yesterday. So let's go back until see what we got up to. So this is the food that we made. The theme yesterday, we were cooking along with viewers. We had the beautiful ladies at home cooking with us. So we had Emma, we had Sammy and Ash Wolfrunner, Sammy and Bella and Strip, unfortunately, I don't think could get there, but it was so much fun. So the theme yesterday was old school classics. So we did mac and cheese, pizza pockets, and Pop-Tarts. And then Chef Belgor also showed us his recipe. So in his food truck, he does deep fried mac and cheese squares. So the one on the left, you can see, sorry, the right, are the deep fried squares or like chunks of mac and cheese, which were really tasty. Mac and cheese there with some bacon. The pizza, the Pop-Tarts didn't entirely work. But they tasted pretty good. The pizza pockets were delicious, and the food yesterday was quite heavy. So I've definitely made up my mind where we're gonna make some lighter meals. It was a fun theme, but Exceed and I really didn't eat any of the food, and I'm going to take it over to my cousins this afternoon because they're like big, sporty boys, and I think they need some carbs in them. We received two donations yesterday, so equaling $10, which is so lovely. I'm so appreciative. 83 follows, guys. This got us over our 2K follower goal. So we hosted King Nappy himself, and a beautiful streamer that came into our stream since we've been in this kitchen and been so supportive of our channel. He's a Twitch partner, and it's so lovely. He came in, he's just, gets involved. I love that he loves garlic. And so yesterday we just thought he was streaming. I hadn't ever been able to catch his channel before because of the time zones. So we sent our viewers over there, and then I think one of our sneaky community members told him that we were so close to our follower goal. And all of a sudden we got like this influx of followers. I have a little GIF that I want to put up of us scrolling through our emails, and there's like follow. It was super cool. My heart is just so warm and so excited for our community growing. Over 2,045, I think it's Exceed. So we're growing by the day, guys. We're getting bigger, but the most important thing is it's quality over quantity. So I want to start with a big foundation for a great foundation for our community as we grow, and ensure that that I am in touch with every single one of you, and that you guys can reach us, and we are still providing quality content. We received 2 subs. 800 bits and 4 lovely hosts as well. So it was a lovely stream. All right, guys, bring up that chat. Exceed, Hey guys, J Fry, how you doing? Sammy, Emma, hello Strip, how you doing? Did you guys enjoy yesterday's stream with Chef Belcor? 83 follows, crazy, right? Hit me with the raid the other day, was fun. Yes, J Fry, I love seeing you stream. It is a lot of fun, and like I have to admit that I think like it's distracting. So I'm like trying to look at chat, and all I can see is this thing in the corner of my eye. So J Fry's got these I don't know what it's got, like a retinal scanner kind of thing, and it shows on the screen where he's looking, which is pretty dope. But it's very, very distracting. Screw it, I'm ordering Macca's. I'm too hungry and really don't want to cook. That's how I feel. Like some days, like today, I'm like, oh, I just want to come and like chat to you guys. I don't really feel like cooking. I have to admit, the food that we made yesterday, I had a little bit of it, and it kind of didn't make me feel too great. It was really heavy. So we haven't really, I guess, other than the stream, last night all I had was yogurt and fruit. And then I woke up this morning, I haven't eaten. So I'm gonna make myself some eggs. I was pretty bit bummed when I realized that Belgor used all the bacon yesterday, because I was gonna make bacon and eggs, but it's all gone. But I'm gonna make a cup of tea, I'm gonna make a coffee for Exceed and make us eggs. We're gonna jump in, we're gonna make some, well, maybe I can show you all the ingredients we have and we can think of something to make together. Your bro was a riot. You see the video I made of the I didn't understand, J Fran, when I first saw the fly video, that I thought you were just looking at the face that he made, but then I saw the fly. That was quite hilarious. I do love when you make little videos like that. I appreciate the effort. It's very, very cool, so thank you. If you guys haven't seen it, Jeffrey, feel free to pop it in chat. I'm okay with lighter meals, healthier, definitely, Emma. How did everyone like the food last night? I can't type today. You know, I feel that way when I am in Chef DeParty's chat. I don't know if it's because the way he reads it, but I always feel like I make errors with my typing. Timmy, how you doing? I see a cooking show. Yes, we are making some delicious food. So we're making choc chip cookies. We're definitely going to make some lamb ribs, and then we're also just going to cleaning up my kitchen because our food order comes tomorrow. Still tired. How are you guys? It is a lot of work. I mean, you did so well. I was super impressed. Molly's moving backwards through time in chat. I was starting at the bottom and then going up. Yeah, I don't know why. He was hilarious. Oh, I'm so happy, you guys. Would you like to see him more on chat? Like, I am 100% happy if you guys say to me, nope, like, we only want to see him like once a month, or don't even want to see him again. Get him out of here. That man is crazy. You know, and also like little things, like let us know. We're very open to feedback with, you know, it's a community stream, guys. So we want to know like some ideas of where you would like us to go with the channel, what you're liking. If you're liking the theme streams, you're liking the chill, just random cooking, wanting healthier stuff, hit us up on the Discord in the sub suggestions, like the stream suggestions, or whisper me, PM me. I'm more than happy. I love advice, and you know, I love feedback, and you know, we're all in this together. It's our community. We want to grow together. It wasn't also if I wasn't also hosting a bunch of people, I don't think it would have been so bad. I'll have to do one or the other, definitely. I agree with that. Maybe it's like good preparing all the food the day before and then having people over, because then you can relax and enjoy yourself as well. That's the most important thing when you're entertaining, is I like to get as much stuff out of the way, and then when people come, then you can enjoy it. Because there's nothing worse, than when I go to my grandma's house, my grandparents' house, or my mum's house, when they're in the kitchen and the party is outside, or people are like getting entertained outside, and there's someone stuck in the kitchen, and you're like, just come outside, just enjoy yourself. So the best thing that I can recommend is, I don't know why this mat gravitates this way. I have a tendency to stand here, so I'm trying to put my mat here to stand like, so you guys can see me in the middle of the kitchen, but the mat keeps gravitating that way. Oh, I love Belgor. He should definitely come back. Exceed should come back too. So we have a few surprises coming up in the next, few weeks with Exceed, but we just need to see if we can make some things work. We have some pieces of equipment that we've purchased, but we've had so much on this week, it's been crazy, with the Stream Deck and things like that, and moving my computer out here, that we haven't actually had time to work in the new pieces of equipment. And we want it, we want it to be perfect for you guys, so we could implement it and then it'd be like dodgy, but for us, we like to kind of have a great quality product like implemented already, and you guys don't even know. Or you're like, we like to impress. Pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Primus, but I hate surprises. I hate doing Primus. Yes, I'm happy that you guys are liking Belgore. Can't say how good that photo was on Insta, but I'm so impressed by it. Can't say how good. Oh, the one, Emma's photo. If you guys haven't seen, if you don't have Instagram, I'm going to repost it on my social media. I got the permission from Emma. But Emma's friend took the most amazing photo of her pizza pockets. They look phenomenal. I wish I had skills like that. He needs to tell me, your friend needs to hit me up and teach me how to take photos. Alright, so I'm having a tea and Belgore, oh God, now, that is the worst thing, is that now it's so bad because I call Belgore Exceed and I call it Exceed Belgore, and it's just, I'm terrible at names. When we watch movies, I always confuse characters and call them the wrong names, or I never remember. Like if you ask me, okay, so we're watching Parks and Rec, the only name that comes to me at the moment is Tom. Or Jerry. I usually don't remember names, it's terrible. I need that phone. Honestly, I had the best photo mode. iPhones suck. What kind of phone did he have? You said he had a Samsung? You guys I just ordered a Pixel 3 and the camera is supposed to... Jay Fry, I have a Pixel 1 and my screen broke, my screen cracked, and I can't do selfies anymore because if you check out my Instagram today, I realized that if I put it on selfie mode, the light reflects now off because it's cracked right in the center, so I can't take selfies. But I am praying that I am able to get a Pixel 3 because that's what I use to take photos of the food, right? And so the better quality phone. Pixel has, and it's been proven between iPhone and the Google Pixel, each time, even with the new iPhone that's just come out, they have a better camera in the Pixel. It's like, even when they brought out the new iPhone and the Pixel 3 hadn't come out, the Pixel 2 still had a better camera, a better quality camera. Are the cookies in the oven? We've just started streaming, so we're making a cup of tea. We're gonna ease our way in and then we're making some cookies. It's $1,000 before tax. I got the XL. So for us, it's $1,300 to $1,400 for the XL. So that's the one that we look at because we both have. So we got engaged in Nepal. You guys know that's the story. So our Pixels arrived. Was it a week before Exceed? We went to Nepal, and the Pixel just came out and there was no covers. So we wanted to take it to Nepal to take these beautiful photos. So there was only one case that had been, and it was like a shitty case. I actually still have it on because I got a tough shock and then I went back to this one. And I was so worried about losing it or dropping it. I actually had I bought a bracelet in Nepal and I tied it to the phone case. So every time I had it on my, out, not in my pocket when I was trekking, because there's rocks everywhere in Nepal, and when you're trekking you could drop it in water or whatever. I had it tied to my wrist at all times. I was so terrified of losing it or breaking it when we were in Nepal. It was terrible. But now, touch wood, I can get a new one. I'm excited. That's cheap. You reckon that's cheap? Strip, $1,400 for a phone. I think I can get the iPhone cheaper, sadly. Yeah, that's unfortunately a thing where the iPhone is a little bit cheaper, and people go with what they know, where they don't realize that the Pixel is so easy to use. Android is a lot coming from a convert that I had a Mac, I had an iPad, I had a what is it called, an iPod, and I had an iPhone. Like, I had the first iPhone ever. Like, I was the first person at my school to get the iPhone. I was pretty impressed that I could get it. But then when Exceed, my phone broke, I used Exceed's Android, and it's super easy to use. Now I'm a convert. Everything's Google, everything's Android, except this bloody iPad that I struggle with. Hey Lee, how you doing? Your food looks beautiful in Discord, by the way. It's supposed to show up one day before I head to TwitchCon. I hope it shows up on time. Oh, my fingers are crossed for you. I'd love to hear your review about it too. Yeah, this is a chat and it's like 10% of actual cooking. Oh, Primus. Damn. That's why we come back. Too much fun chatting. Yeah. As long as you like the chatting. There's cooking. There's cooking as well. All right, well, I'm gonna make a tea. The weather outside is something. What is that song? How's it go? The weather outside is frightful. Something so delightful. It has been raining and you guys can't see me when I'm singing. It's been raining all night. There's been thunderstorms. There's been lightning. Romeo has been barking at every noise, so I haven't had a whole lot of sleep. So if I'm a little bit meh, that's kind of why. So that's why it's nice having a Sunday slowdown. It's a Sunday for us. It's not a Sunday for you guys in the US. I might IRL at TwitchCon if I get time. Yes, that would be so good. I bought a Nokia 7 Plus. Awesome price value and great camera. Ooh. Audio is fun. Oh, so thank you, Exceed. I told you I would forget. We've been changing the audio around because we've had to move the speaker so I can hear the music. We had to bring it a little bit closer, so it could be louder for you, or you could have a double up. So let us know if you can hear it. 4G might be overloaded though. Oh yeah, being at TwitchCon with all those bloody people. God. You should just make them, just put it. Lord Bakington! Hello everybody coming over from Lord Bakington's chat. What did you make today, Lord? Oh, it's like I need to curtsy for a Lord, don't I? I'll be a princess. How you doing? If you guys haven't checked out Lord Bakington's stream, he is fantastic. His baking skills are phenomenal. What did you make today? Sends lots of chocolatey love. I used your emote the other day at Lord Bakington in, I think it was in Chef de Party's chat. Someone loved it. I don't remember where it was because I use it quite often. Since someone beautifully gifted me your emotes and gifted me a sub. I love the little piggy. How you doing? So for those that are coming in, it is Sunday here. We're just slowing down. It's the weekend. We're chilling out. We had a big day yesterday, big stream. We hit our 2K follower goal, which is quite exciting. And now we're just making some cookies. We're making some tea. So coffee for Exceed, and then I have some chai tea. Oh, so sweet. We love Chef. Piggy is awesome. How you doing, Kaken? Kaken Garu. How was your stream? You didn't tell me what you made. We made triple choc cherry berry. Damn. Cherry berry tart. Chocolate tart crust, chocolate filling with cherries and strawberries, topped with cream and shaved chocolate. My favorite time of the year is like coming up towards November and December, because at Christmas time there's so many cherries available, fresh cherries. Exceed doesn't like cherries, and it means that I get them all myself, and I love to be able to bake with them. I'm going to buy myself one of those pippa to get the little seeds out, because I always complain that I never have one. But this year I'm adamant, because I've never cooked really with cherries, and it's one of my favorite fruit. So I'd love to be able to do something very similar. Maybe you're my inspiration. So it's chocolate tart crust with chocolate filling, and cherries and strawberries topped with cream and shaved chocolate. Wow. So was the filling, was it baked, or is it like a fresh filling? I love cherries so much; they're my favorite fruits. You and me the same, my friend. All right, let me just get some milk. Milk. All right, so welcome everyone coming over from Lord Bakington's chat. My name is Molly. We also have Exceed, the man behind the scenes. We have 3 themed streams. So we do World of Warcraft Wednesdays. Each Wednesday, we are working our way through the World of Warcraft cookbook here. We're making about 3 to 4 recipes each week. So this week we're doing Mulgore spiced bread. We're doing firecracker salmon. And then we also have Gamer Grab, where we recreate food items from video games, TV shows and movies. And Around the World, where we take you on a virtual journey with the use of the green screen to a country, and we recreate the food and the theming from the kitchen, from that country. So, welcome. I love your green screen backdrop. Thank you very much. I am in love. It allows us to do so many beautiful things. I'm very fortunate to have Exceed, who is the man behind the scenes. He does all the techie stuff. I don't understand the techie stuff. Today I've been working we've had issues setting up our business PayPal account, and it's under my name because I'm Miss Molly. And I had to ring PayPal. I rang them twice because the first time I thought they gave me the answer, but they didn't actually, so I had to ring them the second time, and I'm like, oh, I just wish I could give this to Exceed. But that's the problem with things that are under your own name. But hopefully, cross fingers, we've had to do this letter of authority and sign it and send it into PayPal for them to authorize the company or whatever. So cross fingers, well done. I'll have to send you something here. Gaken, thank you so much for that sub. Welcome to the Molly family. So as a sub, you receive all of the recipes made on stream. So there's a file of over 550 recipes. We also get a pin in Mollytopia. So the little thing with Mollytopia, it's kind of gone missing for the last few weeks. We are recreating Mollytopia. So it is our sub-world map. It gives us a visual representation of all our subs and where they're located. So when you pop in, hopefully we can get it sorted in the next, I'm gonna say next 2 weeks. I was thinking of bringing the old one back until we find a new one, but I just want something really cool. So we'll ask for your location, make sure you join our Discord, and you have your sub-only section there, and that's where our community is. You get $500 Molly dollars, which Exceed has just transferred to you to get you started in your redemptions. Welcome! And you get your knife and fork to start your progressive Molly dinner. Okay, I'm gonna give this to Exceed, and then we'll get into making some. I like the knife and fork. Yeah, so your base is a knife and fork, and then as you progress through the meal, 3 months is the salad, 6 months is the roast chicken, and then if you get to 12 months, then it is a beautiful dessert, a cake, big cake. All right, let me go. I'll be 2 seconds, guys. So this here, you could put Molly in front of anything and it would sound amazing, like something on a Pinterest board. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so this here, if you cross it over, it's better, easier. So these are lamb ribs. So this is the lamb, like belly, the side of the lamb. It is quite lean, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna rub this with some oil and some garlic, and we're just gonna put it in the oven, a nice low oven, and that's just going to really roast that meat, break it down and make it really tender. Like I said before, it's lean, so it's not gonna be as chunky as your beef or your pork rib, but it's gonna have a lot of flavor. If you didn't wanna do something like that, You can just chop it up, get your butcher to chop it up or whatever, and then put it in a stock pot and make stock or some soup with it as well. Okay. I love lamb ribs. Oh, I need some honey in that, but it's delicious. Okay, so first things first. I might use that for my cookies actually. Oh, Zaz. So here I just have a baking tray. I'm just gonna get some baking paper. I love lamb ribs. Kaken, are you a big cook yourself? Have you made your own lamb ribs before? So other than J-Fry, I know in chat, who else is going to TwitchCon this year? It's a little bit hard for us because we live so far away, but next year, definitely. It's a priority. Kaken is a master chef. Really? Kaken, I'm excited to have you part of our community then. Even if you don't cook, we love new people. Cook professionally for 15 years. Goodness me. Freaking lamb sauce, Gordon Ramsay status. I'm going next year. Oh, cool, Strip. Is that a rack of meat? I missed what you said. Emma, this is lamb ribs. So it's the side of a lamb. Frozen. The Plage? Is that how you say name? Welcome to Smiley Mix. How are you doing today? Alrighty. So it is a little bit, the skin is a little bit frozen, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just going to put it in a low oven and bring it up to temperature. It's not recommended. I would always recommend start cooking your meat start it at room temperature and bring it up. But I just want to put it in a low oven. Just gonna put some olive oil like this. Kaken! Thank you for that follow. You subbed first before a follow. I'm always impressed. There we go. And then we're just gonna throw on some salt. I've only had lamb once when we went to visit the Basque side of my family. Oh, okay. It's quite interesting. I have a lot of friends who are from the US, Lord Bakington, that haven't eaten lamb before, or like once or twice. For us, I grew up on a farm, and this is what we ate primarily was lamb and chicken. Every now and then, from the neighbouring farm, we'd get some beef or something like that. We had a lot of lamb because that's what we would raise, and it's one of my favourite, red meats. But in other countries, I know that they, due to like the cultivation from like the space of having lamb or whatever, there's just some markets that don't produce. Lived on a farm. What was that like? It was amazing. I am so grateful because it really taught me to where food comes from. To appreciate your food and to appreciate your farmers. My dad worked really, really hard, and so did my mum. We were talking about it yesterday, actually, my brother and I, because Chef Belgor, my brother, was on stream yesterday. If you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. And we were discussing living on the farm, and knowing, for me, when I have kids, I want them to know where food comes from. I think a lot of, you hear stories, and because I don't have kids myself, but kids saying that they think that meat comes from a store, or vegetables are just come in plastic and things like that. It's really, really scary. And appreciating that if you put love into like growing like a vegetable or a herb or something like that, you water it every day, you tend to it, then you can reap the rewards of it. And not expecting that, we need to pay $2 a litre for milk. Understanding that the process of a dairy farm and raising those beautiful cows, what they eat and what they eat then comes into the quality of their milk. And you want them to be happy, you want them to be have the best quality food, because that is going to then come into your own body. And understanding that also makes you appreciate the farmers that are working, getting up before dawn to milk the cows, to then support their families, and then it's like this circle of life. For me, it's really important, and making them appreciate buying better quality food, because that is not only going to support the farmers, support the industry, it's also going to be better for your own health. I grew up on a farm too. Gave me a great appreciation for food as well. Yeah, and that's something that I like to share. And at the moment we have the Molly garden that's outside, and I'm updating everyone. We built 2 large self-watering garden beds, and we have the idea to have a camera out there so you guys can see and get an update. And it's really, you put love into something and then you get the love back. And that's what food is. It can be as simple as you like. Simple, good quality ingredients can sustain a huge family on low budget as well. You guys talking about God. Can you stop being so cool? You're making the rest of us look bad. Oh my gosh. I am not cool. I am the furthest thing from cool. But I appreciate that comment. But I'm just like every single one of you guys. My family grew up cooking, but a lot of what I've learned is self-taught, and just from you. If you asked my brother yesterday, he was throwing me under the bus sometimes. He said that a lot of my food didn't work, and I would serve up terrible food and they just eat it, and things like that. But you learn and you get better, and then you improve. And yeah, I didn't wake up and was a good cook. It's been a process, and then you ask yourself, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and then you go, okay, let's have a stop, let's have a think about it, and what could I do better next time? And always having that self-reflection, not only with cooking, it's everything in life. If you have an interaction with a person and it doesn't go well, or you feel like, you feel a little bit sad, or, they got to be angry at you or whatever, it's so important to have that self-reflection where you can sit down and be like, okay, so I said this and they said that, then they got angry. What could I have done better, or how could that situation be improved? And it's with everything, self-reflection and awareness is so important. I can feel that. If I think you're cool, oh, thank you, Chad. You're so sweet. I saw some of your fresh mint when you were making something with those figs you hate. Figs? I love figs. What do you mean? Figs. I enjoy. I don't know. I can feel that. I used to be the garden teacher of a preschool. Wow. That's so cool. We had 2 garden beds and 7 vertical towers. And you were all in charge of this? Wow. And taught my class about the environment and because I know you're big about the bees. I have been paying attention to some of your tweets and things like that. And plants and where food comes from, and to like greens, you got to get them when they're young before they learn to dislike veggies. Yeah, I understand that. And then you had a brand that you didn't like because that was the dates kicking. Good remembering. That's I can't believe you remembered that. So Lord Bakington and Chad as well. I was actually reading an article this morning that they were saying that avocados. There was a question in a UK talk show or something. They were saying, I think it was watermelons, avocados, and all of these fruits, and they said, which one of them isn't vegan? And then the answer was all of them. So there's this big fuss coming out at the moment, and I haven't read a whole lot into it, it's just on one article, saying that avocados and a lot of dates, I keep saying dates, a lot of fruit aren't actually certified as vegan because they rely so heavily on bees. And bees are transported to, not unnatural, but different areas which they're not, that's the unnatural habitat, to help with the population, the pollination, of these vegetables, because the demand is so high that we don't have the natural processes in place, and the bees are being, what would you say, exploited. So it's really interesting, and they're saying that, they're not vegan because vegans don't eat products. It's not just meat, it's products that where animals are exploited. So your chickens because of your eggs, and the meat, the beef, the milk, things like that. But now they're saying the bees, vegans don't eat honey because bees are exploited to make honey. But now it's also bees are exploited to in the pollination process of so many different vegetables and plants as well, which is very, very interesting. So I'd love to get your opinion on that. Dates, that's right, yeah. Anything with flowers need bees. What do people expect? We transfer bees around, and any smart beekeeper will look at their hives. That's a bit silly though, because bees and other insects like butterflies and beetles would pollinate without human intervention. Avocados have a lot of problems they cause because it's in such high demand. Yeah. And have you seen that extra large one? I think it's called the Advazilla or the Advocatozilla or something. It's like 4 times as big as a normal avocado. Like, you have to look at something and it's like, is that a natural modification, or is it being modified by human intervention? And is it necessary? It's all about being smart and taking care of your hives. Yeah. Vegans have good intentions, but they're literally making their life more complex with the way they are living. I also think, I'm definitely not vegan. Here I am eating meat, but I think that it's about awareness of your consumption of food. And it does definitely, articles like that make me think about where your food's coming from, how we're sourcing it, and why we're eating it. Exceed isn't a big fan, not a huge fan of eating a lot of dairy. And, once we've had a conversation, I was like, why are you just not eating milk and yogurt and things? He was like, well, why are we expected to eat milk and cheese and things like that in one day? He feels strongly about too much dairy in the day, and I was like blindly just doing what my parents taught me, or how I was how I grew up, eating yogurt in the morning, having milk in my tea, and then eating butter and cheese throughout the day, and not really thinking about it. And when someone has an argument and they say, let's think about it differently, why are we eating this or whatever, it's so important to have that conversation and think about things a little bit differently. Like, is this the right way? Because I don't think there is a right way with anything, but it's good to have an awareness of how much of some item you're eating, or could we eat it better? Could we reduce the amount that you eat throughout the day, if that makes sense? I like meat. Me too. It's important to treat your food with care, though. Yeah, and that's like, I'm going on for tangent, but that's why we're talking about cultivating your own food and teaching kids where food comes from, so you have that appreciation for why you're eating it and the quality. Emily, how are you? Welcome. That's why I always make a point of it to get honey from a local beekeeper or company that treat their bees well, rather than some place that will exploit their hives. Yes. All right, this is just gonna go in a low oven. I'm just gonna put it at the bottom. Okay, that's for the cooking. cookies later. How are you? I'm doing really well, thank you very much. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. All right, we'll get into some eggs. We have 5 eggs today. I'm going to show you how to do a really simple scramble. So eggs, we're going to use some cheese. This is our breakfast. So it is 11:30 and Exceed and I haven't eaten yet. I understand where you're going with this, Molly. Being aware of your food is part of being healthy and treating yourself well. Yeah, that's it, Chad. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the stove. I have my eggs here. Eggs, some cheese. Then I'm going to get this is my favorite pan, but it doesn't sit. See, it's a little bit uneven, and I think the handle is a bit heavy, but it's really, really great. I think I want to get a bigger size of it, but I don't know. I think a friend gifted it to me, but I really, because it's really non-stick. It's lovely. Okay, so what I want to do is get a bowl like this, and you just crack your eggs in. Whoop. 2. I've already taken an egg out so I didn't forget to make the cookies. Because knowing me, I always take ingredients out of the fridge when they have been allocated already for a recipe throughout the week. And I use it up and then I have to go to the store or I have to change the menu. Oh, a double yolker! Hey, check that out, guys. That's supposed to be lucky, right? When you get a double yolk. Big blue cheesy eggs. How you doing? Cheesy eggs are so good. I'm having so much Maccas tonight. Big Mac large and a large. Damn, Brayden, you're a small man as well. That is a lot of food for you. I like to bake the most, to be honest. I don't like sugar, but like to cook with it. I feel that. Like I honestly trying to reduce the amount of sugar that I use, but I think that there's some aspects that it's necessary, and like I've been trying to use stevia and recipes that have lower sugar, which is great, but I find the last week that I've been eating really healthy and having ingredients with sugar in it, but just having less of it, and I'm feeling a lot better. This week on Tuesday, I start with my personal trainer, so I meet her for the first time. She's been in Bali, so we're gonna start our first session, and she wanted to make me a meal plan, and it's really awkward because I just had to explain to her that it's a little bit hard with the stream, and I think once I get to meet her and get to know her and explain to her how the stream works, that she can help me build a meal plan, a healthy meal plan for the stream, if that makes sense, guys. And then, how to be able to count your macros and things like that. I don't want to go overboard with it. Like, she wanted to teach me how to weigh my food and things, which I understand is good, but I don't want that restriction on my life. I want to be able to cook when I want it, but I want to understand the macros and things. Hey, Chris Blackwood, thank you so much for that raid. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Miss Molly Makes. I am Molly. We also have Exceed, the man behind the scenes. Welcome to the stream. Chris, how was your stream? What did you get up to today? Oh gosh. Hello. Molly Fit Streams. Gamer Nate, thank you for that follow. So guys, we are just making some scrambled eggs. It is 11:34 here in Australia, and I haven't eaten. So we're just gonna make some breakfast. Then we're gonna go into some meal prep and also make some choc chip cookies for our redemption from Ice Trip for Donuts. He redeemed a recipe for us to make on stream today. How are y'all doing? Hello. Thank you for all the follows, guys. Welcome, come on in. What were you cooking on stream today, Chris? So here I have a pan that I'm just turning on some nice heat, like this. And as your oil starts to heat up, you can put a larger amount of heat, but what I like to do is just grab this and then just baste your tray, no, your pan, sorry. All right. So for those that are new to the channel, like I said before, I'm Molly. We have 3 theme streams. So each Wednesday we're working our way through the World of Warcraft cookbook. So we make 2 to 3 recipes from this guy. We have the ability to theme the kitchen with the green screen. We also have Gamer Grub, where we recreate food items from video games, TV shows and movies. And Around the World, where we recreate different cuisines from all around the world, and we take you on a virtual journey with the green screen and show you some beautiful photos and make some delicious food. So if I get one of the mods to bring up the information in chat, please. Thank you, guys. I make 6 cheese omelets, so 6 different types of cheese. Damn, Big Blue, that's impressive. And some applewood smoked bacon. That sounds delicious. Gamer Grub. Wow, cooking, yes. And we've been posting some photos on the WoW subreddit, and they've been loving it, which is, with Reddit and the internet, it's a little bit nerve-wracking putting some things and some information and photos on there, but they've been super positive, and each week they're asking for more and more of what we're doing and getting updated. So it's quite exciting. Okay, so I already have. Yeah, we have some lamb ribs in the oven as well, guys. So this is bubbling. I like to use a hot pan with some oil in it. You'll see every chef, every cook does their scrambled eggs in different ways. This is the way I personally like to do it. I have a non-stick pan, but what you want to do is start with a little bit of lubrication in your pan, and that's going to help it be extra non-stick. And whisking your eggs. Just plain whole eggs. There's 5 eggs in here. No salt and pepper just yet. So make sure it's all amalgamated. As you whip it, that egg white will start to aerate, and that's what's making it nice and light. Like that. And then what you want to do is when you put it in there, you want to hear a little sizzle. 911, how you doing? Cool stovetop, thank you. Thank you all for all the follows, guys. Welcome to the stream. It's lovely to have you with us. Okay, so I'm just getting a spatula. Okay, so what you'll see is the outsides will start to go an opaque color, so you just want to draw in your spatula into the center and folding the eggs in. And they'll be replaced by runny eggs, and then you're just stirring it around, wiping the edges so that you're continuing to heat the egg throughout. If you were to make an omelette, you could just use a little bit less egg, and that will cook at the bottom. When it is fully cooked, then you can flip it over. But I prefer scrambled eggs personally. It's all up to what you guys like and how you want to do it. I was talking to my brother yesterday on the stream, Chef Belbo, because we did our monthly cook-along with viewers and our community members, and he was saying that he makes omelettes every morning, whereas I'm not a huge fan. There you go. And just, there you go, like that. So you can make it extra cheesy. You could have a few different cheeses. You could have up to 6 cheeses, like our friend in chat. I make the ribs from the WoW cookbook at least 2 times a week. Big Blue, I had overwhelming love in the subreddit for those ribs, so I'm not going to make them this week. I think next week. We're making the firecracker salmon and the Mongol spice bread this week, but I'm very excited because everyone was recommending tips and tricks, things to improve the recipes. So it is really lovely, people coming and getting excited about one specific topic, like with the cookbook. Did you put milk in the eggs? I don't personally use any milk, but you can if you wanted to. So I personally just like it a little bit runnier, like this, like a soft scramble. You want to take it off the heat a little bit before you want it to serve it, because it will have a carryover cook with that residual heat. So once you transfer it to a pan, that residual heat's going to continue to cook it to some degree. So don't wait until it's perfect. And then what I'm going to do is just grab some of this cheese. I'm going to come over here and they look so fluffy. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to grab some of this cheese. Whoa, I mean, way too much. So I bought cheese slices the other day to use in a sandwich, which I never ever do. Exceed, I think the prep cam. Just some cheese slices, just chopped up. You could use Parmesan cheese throughout there. This is like an aged cheddar. And then also my favorite thing to add into scrambled eggs is a little bit of truffle salt. Truffle salt. Lots of her down. There you go. So this is just some nice sea salt that has been enhanced with some grated truffle, black truffle. It's really intense flavors. You don't want to add too much. And then fold this beautiful cheese through. I like some beautiful chunks of cheese when I'm eating the scrambled eggs, but if you wanted to combine it all, just grate your cheese or cut it into smaller chunks like that. Beautiful. That. We'll bring it over here. Look at this. Beautiful eggs, really creamy. And like I said, I didn't add any cream, I didn't add any milk, and it's still got that beautiful consistency. As long as you're, for me, that's why I like to have the really hot pan. Whereas everybody, you ask Gordon Ramsay to Martha Stewart, I've watched all those tasty videos where they combine them all, or compare them all. And this is the way I like to do it. A really hot pan, a little bit of oil, whisk your eggs, whole eggs, and then add it in, and then just making sure you're slowly, with your spatula, just incorporating it and moving it around, and it makes the best consistency. Your kitchen is freaking awesome, but must be hard to keep clean. I'm Tracy. Well, thank you for that follow. I must say it is a combined effort. I have myself and Exceed. He's the man behind the scenes. Young butternut, thank you for that follow. Exceed's the man behind the scenes, so he organises all of the green screens and the tech, and I do the cooking. But I'm very, very lucky. He does the dishes, so sometimes he does say my name in vain a little bit. No, but we do clean the kitchen, and it is, as long as you're organised. We do our planning of our streams at the beginning of each week, so and we do a food order for all of those ingredients. I am terrible when it comes to grocery shopping. I'm like, oh, I don't have this, I'll add some of that. And it'll be exorbitant fees when it comes to groceries. So we try and keep our costs down, and all of the support that we receive on stream goes back into buying our groceries and buying more tech for the stream. And that is a great way for us to eat healthier and reduce our leftovers, not have so many food wastage. And then we're always really organized with how we prepare our recipes and storing them, and also cleaning up as well. So after the stream, I go, if we do a raid or we do a host, I'll do some photos, and then I'll go and chat to the person. Ixie will get started on the dishes, and it's just kind of a process that we've got worked out throughout the years of the year of streaming. So yeah, that kind of answers your question. It is a little bit of hard work, yeah, definitely, but we love it. Okay, so this isn't just for me. I'm just gonna have a little bit of this because I have some beautiful food to eat on stream, and this is for Exceed. Okay. I do the dishes. So it's kind of something that I don't know. I hate doing dishes. Hate them. But Exceed has a system with the dishes, and he also does the washing as well, like the clothes washing. And he says my language. He says I'm like fucking with his shit when I go in there and I mess things up. So it's just easier if I don't get involved, which I don't mind. Okay, so we'll get a fork. And we'll try these babies out. Can you guys see these? The lighting's a little bit bright because it's like that. So we're already working on some lighting issues. This is our new kitchen. So we've been in this kitchen for about 3 weeks now, Exceed, I think. We've just moved interstate again for the second time. And we're just improving our stream. Recently we've been gifted by our beautiful community. We bought a stream deck to change our scenes, and it allows me to have more control. I used to use an iPad. My iPad would never work and never refresh. So now we have a stream deck, which I'm so excited for, to set up and get some more cool things. So if you have seen a streamer do some cool things with the stream deck, we'd love to hear about it and ways to improve our stream. Yum. Super creamy. And that rich aged cheddar is really nice. It means that you've got the creaminess from the cheese, but then you've also got this sharp richness as well. And that's why it's my all-rounder cheese that I always have like a big block of it. Rather than having to buy mozzarella and then buying like a parmesan or whatever, I feel as though like an aged cheddar is like a good all-round cheese for most recipes. PR Hound, how you doing today? Oh god. I don't think I want to give that one to Exceed. Yum. I hate eating on stream. It's always a little bit awkward. I'm just going to run this to Exceed. So what did Chris get up to on his stream? Thank you again to Chris Blackwood. If you guys haven't checked out Chris's stream, I would urge you, if we could get a streamer shout out, please. Exceed, you better run up and go and get those eggs before Molly eats them. I'm drinking a chai blend of tea. So you've got black tea, there are some dates for some sweetness, cardamom, ginger, what else? Black peppercorns. No, I can't think. Clove. There's a little bit of dried orange in there as well. Super. This was the old one, so I'm just like... Throw sparkles, not games. Thank you so much for that, host. Can we get a streamer shout out for Chris Blackwood and also Throw sparkles, not games, please, Brayden? That sounds good, minus the cloves. I hate cloves. See, we were talking about spices the other day in stream, and something that is overwhelming, like even if you have the smallest amount of clove, I feel like it overpowers everything. So I have a smaller, scarier clove because I feel like no chai is like good without it. But yeah, on the smallest amount because it's really overpowering spice, and I don't often use it because I agree it's not the best. But ginger, I'm all for. Ginger's one of my favorite. Ginger and nutmeg, cinnamon are my go-to warming spices, but paprika and cumin are my cooking spices. So for those that are just joining us, we made some cheesy scrambled eggs for breakfast. Well, it's more like nearly lunch. In 10 minutes it will be lunch. It's 10 to 12, midday. I'm gonna keep you on the screen while I stuff my face, and then we can get into some more cooking. So no one told me what you guys were doing on the streams. For those, I love to cook with curry spices. Ooh, that's one thing that I don't do enough, is make like curry. Okay, cookies. What are your favorite cookies? Is it a peanut butter cookie? Is it like a regular choc chip? Is it a chocolate cookie? Ginger nut? They were a big one for me. It was steak night on Chris's stream. Thank you. Thank you. How's your Windows? I love that name. Okay. So tell me about your cookies. So you're going from a steak in Chris's stream to now we're making some dessert. The more you know. Oh, it doesn't work. See, it doesn't work. I have a button for the more you know, but the stream deck's just getting set up. Peanut butter. Being vegan, I have to make my own cookies. Hey, Withers, thank you for that follow. You have to make your own cookies? Have you never been able to find vegan cookies? Or tried some that are good? I understand that, you know, a lot of gluten-free food or vegan food, it's better to make it yourself, because sometimes you buy it and it's like, flavor's not there, or you could always improve. All right, so here, friends, we have brown sugar, regular white sugar, plain flour. We also have, over here, let's bring it over. I have a bowl with vanilla bean paste, 1 egg, 1 oval, baking soda, and good quality milk chocolate. You could do dark chocolate if you wanted to. You could do white chocolate. You could do a mix of all different chocolates. You could even do the new ruby chocolate. Have you guys heard of the new ruby pink chocolate? I don't know. Has anyone ever tried it? They have announced a new chocolate. So you've got dark milk, white, and now you've got the 4th one. It's called ruby. Personally, I think it's probably more like the white chocolate, but I think it comes from a variety of cocoa beans that is pink. Can't quote me, but I think that's what's wrong. Oh, and then we can't make a cookie without butter. Where's my butter? Ruby chocolate. Is that the new red chocolate they found? Yeah, Emma, that's ruby it's called. It's like a reddy pink color. Okay, so this recipe we are recreating. Ice Strip for Donuts, who is in chat, redeemed for $1, which is our in-stream currency, which is for us to cook one of his recipes. So we're making his chocolate cookie recipe today. Ruby sounds like it would be mixed with strawberries. Yeah, that's what I thought. And that like a sweet flavor. But there's a store here that's makes churros. It's like an ice cream churro store. There's like a chain of them. Think of like where you would go to IHOP for pancakes. You would go to this place for churros. And they have their new dipping sauce is the ruby chocolate. So that's the way I've seen it. But I don't know where it's... that's a lie. Of course it's available on the internet somewhere. Maybe we should get our hands on some. So close to be able to redeem again. Yeah. Thank you, Brayden, for bringing up that information. Okay, so what we want is we're gonna weigh out some of this butter. I did a boo-boo because usually you have to keep your butter at room temperature. And with all the cooking that we did yesterday and all of the butter that Chef Belgor used, we had no butter left. So this is the one from the fridge. 6K now. Time to Google ruby chocolate. Yeah, PR ham, definitely. Maybe we'll have to find some in Australia or buy some and we can cook with it and stream. That would be very, very cool. Maybe that could be a community goal. Cooking with weird food. Okay. Yeah, so the redemptions for themes have gone up to 6K. It's 6K now, Sid, for the full theme. We've had to increase our prices because you guys, you're here so often, you're getting all these Molly dollars and you're redeeming them so fast that I can't keep up. So we've decided to increase it so that I can get through them and they're not as regular because we're doing them every week, which is a little bit hard. And I want them to be more special. I want to be able to put more effort into the themes. The Molly Cash is for making requests. Yeah, so it's called Molly Dollars. Mm-hmm. So you can earn Molly Dollars from donating, subscribing, cheering, doing, just most importantly, just watching the channel and interacting in chat. And that's the way we love more. The more you're here, the more Molly Dollars you can earn. And that means that I can, you can choose for the bottom tier redemption is 250 Molly Dollars for double or nothing. The second one is for me to cook with a specific ingredient. So this week, actually, we're making something with paprika. So we're going to make a chicken paprikash, which is a Hungarian recipe, a paprikash. And then the next one is a meal, so a recipe you want me to cook. All the way to the top tier is doing a whole theme stream. So in the next few weeks, we're going to be doing Fallout to celebrate the release of Fallout 76. We also have, what else coming up? Like if Venom's coming out, we can do like some Venom themed food. In the past, we've done Game of Thrones, The Simpsons. I've dressed up, and done some really crazy stuff. And now we have this big huge kitchen. I'm excited to do a lot more in theme the kitchen. The next theme, big stream that is coming up is Halloween in the next few weeks. Yeah. Oh, and Red Dead RDR, what? RDR2? Is that Red Dead Exceed? So we are doing a Red Dead theme for King Nappy. If you haven't checked out King Nappy's stream, he has been very supportive of us this week, and he got us over the 2K line yesterday. We rated him yesterday, his stream, and his beautiful community, huge influx of follows yesterday, and got us over the 2,000 follower goal, which is very exciting. And for him, we're going to do Red Dead. Oh, it's called Red Dead Redemption. Okay, so we're going to do a Red Dead thing. You can't earn Molly Dollars from Make with Molly. Oh, that means that's a good idea. That's a great idea, Emma, because you would be definitely up there. Hopefully these cookies turn out good. Yeah, we better get into some cooking. Exceed, I reckon that's perfect for those that have Make with Molly. Cook them until the edges are brown. Okay, so here I have some butter and I need half a cup. So, how much is Make with Molly participation worth? I am going to say 1,000 Molly dollars. I think it's a lot of effort. I think it needs to be. Now you say it, Emma. I think we did definitely give Molly dollars. I think 1,000 Molly dollars for those that redeemed, that contributed and got involved. And next month, for those that don't know what we're talking about, Make with Molly is our monthly cook along, where we release the recipes a few weeks ahead to give you time to get all your groceries ready, and then you can cook the recipes ahead of time and then send them in, and we'll show them on that specific stream, or you can cook along live with us for that specific day, and we post up photos. You can cook along in chat, ask questions, and it is a lot of fun. If you ask Emma is like the poster girl for Make with Molly, and we have some beautiful photos that I'm about to put up on our social media of how the beautiful girls went. So we had Sammy, we had Emma, we had Ash Wolfrunner. Unfortunately, Strip couldn't make it, but he's going to make it next time, hopefully, Strip. And then we had Bella as well. Nappy is playing Fortnite right now as we speak. Yeah, I'm glad he mentioned you yesterday. You definitely stream like a fun stream. Thank you very much. That is so lovely, PR Hound. It's lovely to have you guys with us. Okay, so half a cup of butter. Hey Google, what is 1/2 a cup of butter in grams?
I'm not sure, but I can tell you the answer to a similar question.
Yes.
How much is half a cup of butter? Would that help?
Yes.
On the website aaronskitchen.com, they say, in the US, butter is mainly sold in 1/2 pound or pound packages, and in the packages, the butter is split into wrapped sticks weighing 1/4 pound each, which also equals 1/2 cup. The wrapping on each stick also has marks showing tablespoon measurements. There are 8 tablespoons in a stick.
Hey Google, what is 1/4 of a pound in grams?
0.25 pound equal 113.398 grams.
Thank you, that's all I needed. So complicated. All right, so I have as many scales here. Oh, that's perfect. Should have just done that, gone with my instinct. All right, what I'm gonna do, oh goodness, is I'm just gonna chop it up into smaller pieces. And preferably use room butter, room temperature, room butter. Use your room butter, guys. Room temperature, because then your fat isn't as solidified as this. So what I'm going to do is whack it in the micro for like 3 to 4 seconds, just to kind of get some of that residual temperature to rise. Because you still want it quite solid so that it creams nicely into our butter. Okay? You're being extra as fuck. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Typical, even as an American, I can say Google is definitely stuck on dumb. Like, harsh, harsh, harsh. Okay. Because I said 1/2 a cup. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, so we're gonna cream our butter with our sugar. So first our brown sugar here. So brown sugar is the same sugar as the regular sugar. It's just has the inclusion of molasses. So you can buy dark or you can buy light brown sugar. It just means that there's more molasses in the dark brown sugar. So this here is just regular, this is light brown sugar. And then we also have our regular sugar. So depending on, you can always add some molasses if you didn't have the brown sugar as well. Okay. So I'm making this exactly the way that Strip wants me to. So 1/2 a cup of sugar. And 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. The brown sugar is what makes it chewy. Yeah. Watch the cleavage there, Molly. Molly? What do you mean? What did I do? Joe Fry. Don't tell me that. Oh, the side boob? God. Getting all risque up in here. You know, every time I'm on Barrick's stream, he calls me Molly in like this weird English accent. And when you said that, Josh and you Molly, it just makes me laugh. Don't worry. Wait till a few months and I'm like taut and trim, and then I'll just be like just joking. I'm very happy with the way I am. Okay, butter and sugar in like that. What you want to do is start to mix it. It's still not 100% as soft as I want it to, but what we're going to do is we're going to mute the mic. We're going to do a quick Miss Molly mix. Okay, so we're going to go like this. I'm going to turn some beautiful music on for you. Nope, won't pause. Okay. Guys, my mixer has feelings. You just heard it's, now it's all sad, and now it flipped everything everywhere because you're making fun of it. It's not a kettle, it's a mixer. It's a Sunbeam mixer. Look, it just looks like normal. It just got a huge handle, okay? Size matters sometimes, right? Alright, so now I'm just taking this out. Okay? Now what we want to do is we're adding 1 egg. I like it. Jennifer, are you asking me how I've been? I've been pretty good. Pretty good. Glad that I'm streaming. I wasn't feeling too good before stream. I didn't get a lot of sleep, and I was like, it's always nice having like a bit of a kick in the bum. And that accountability of like, you know, we're going live, we're going to be here. Because as soon as I do come live and I come... Are you serious? Kaken, what? Oh my God. Betsy, thank you for those bits. Kaken, don't do that. You can't do this to me. I can't cry twice on stream in a week. That is a killer $70 donation. Thank you very much. That goes back into buying our groceries, buying new tech for the stream, improving, and really, I love her face when that happens. Thank you very much. For you to come in here to sub before you even followed the channel, and now for that amazing donation. I look forward to all the wonderful recipes. Thank you very much for all the support. Very lovely. So cheery. You guys make me so happy. I'm glad you went with that Zoolander suggestion. Yes, we do love J-Fry. We love that. Wake me up. Thanks all from you, my friend. I'm very happy with it, J-Fry. Kaken, thank you very much. I look forward to everything you do. Thank you. That really means a lot to me. You guys are phenomenal. So cheery. I am cheery. I'm just so blessed to have you guys. Oh, wow. No, I can't get... My mouth hurts because I smile too much. Wow. Good. Guys. So we hit our 2,000 follower goal yesterday, and now we have to do something to celebrate. And this week has just been the best week of streaming. I don't know how to explain to you guys. So just a little bit of egg in there, 1 egg. And we're also going to add some vanilla extract. Like that. Whisk the egg with it in the mixture. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. I drive truck now, so I'm never in the kitchen. You and Bakington are my way into the kitchen. Oh, wow. Well, we're very, very lucky to have you then. When you say you drive a truck, is that transport? I grew up with my family, my grandparents owned a transport company for a majority of my life, and now they do a different type of transport. And my dad drives tractors and things like that on the farm. God, I'm knockers. Thank you for the host. And yeah, I can definitely understand the trucking life is hard. You know, being confined into a small space, it sucks. And I'm sorry that you can't cook, but it's lovely having you here. And when you do get the opportunity to get back in that kitchen, we can't wait to be there alongside you and see what you can cook up. I'm a truck driver for one of the largest companies in America. Damn! What made you have the swap from the kitchen into the cabin of a truck? I go home every 1 month now. Oh goodness me, you're on the road a lot then. Okay, so vanilla extract with butter. We're gonna add, we usually would add some salt, but I use salted butter. And now we're gonna add 1 1/4 cup of plain flour. So, 1/2 cup, 1 cup. There we go. So we're making choc chip cookies, everybody. This is good strip. It's like the perfect amount. It's like a smaller batch, what I really love. And Ice Strip for Donuts, who redeemed this recipe, guys, he has just started streaming on Twitch. He's just starting out. So if you could jump over to his channel and give him a follow. He is a huge supporter of us and an amazing community member. Look at this. So I'm just folding it in with my spatula, and then I'm folding it around and then pushing it down to incorporate it all. You could use your fingers if you wanted to as well. Money, huge difference in pay. My roommate wanted a team driver. Was working more hours in the kitchen than he was driving. Wow. He was making 3 times as much. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? We had discussions. So yesterday my brother, Chef Belgor, came into the kitchen, and he has moved out of hospitality twice because of the lifestyle, and you're always working weekends, and you know, the money and things like that. So I can definitely understand that shift. But you know, it's hard because it's something that you're so passionate about and you love so much with cooking. And it's hard to leave, I can imagine. Okay. So we were talking before, we're asking the question of the day, what is your favorite type of cookie? What is the filling? Is it chocolate chips? You like some peanuts or nuts in there? Do you like, has anyone had those caramel, well, the peanut, Reese's peanut butter cups or something? What other fillings? I like white chocolate and macadamia. Macadamia Subway life. Oh gosh, exceed. Here I am making these delicious cookies, and he brings in Subway cookies. That's his favorite. Not my cookies that I make for him out of the love of my heart. He likes Subway cookies. Turtle cookies. Chizu! How you doing, Chizu? What is a turtle cookie? It sounds quite weird and ominous. What is a turtle cookie? Just a plain old choc chip for strip, yep. Chad, have you ever had the Subway cookies? M&M cookies from Subway. Everyone just loves Subway cookies. That makes me laugh. You know they don't make the M&M cookies anymore. They have like Smarties or something. I went in the other day to buy a Subway, because you know Subway's healthy, right? And they don't do M&M cookies anymore. They were like red and white chocolate bits. Subway peanut butter. Oh, so there's just an overwhelming support for Subway right now. Gosh, did you guys actually go in for the subs or just for the cookies? That's how they get ya. Trust me, I get it. I was a chef for a few years. Money, For years, money isn't in it here in America. But yeah, I think. Betsy, thank you for those 100 bits. Wow. Subway has great cookies. Subway sponsor us. What did Exceed? What's a Jersey Mike's in the Miss Molly mansion? Where do you live? Oh yeah, Exceed. He just lives in the Molly house. So he is the man behind the scenes. He does all of the tech. He organizes all of the good stuff. I am the cook in the kitchen. I create the food. You can't call it a Molly mansion. Our house is not a mansion. I wish. One day. We'll have the Molly mansion and y'all can come over and I'll cook for you. Depends what she's making. Wait, are you Molly hubby? Is that why you said depends what she's making? So you're not my hubby when I'm not cooking good food? Okay. Oh no! Oh my god, Strip, these are amazing. The cookie dough is incredible. I've got the baking soda. God damn it. So Strip, the only recommendation that I can have for your recipe is once you've got the sugars and the butter and the salt, then I would put the flour underneath that and move up the baking powder and the flour up in the ingredients list. Have you ever made hummus? We made hummus twice last week. Was it twice last week? Yeah. We did a Turkish themed stream. No, yeah, we did make it twice. We made a roasted garlic hummus, and then a simple hummus as well. All the time, hard work. All that time hard at work has made your hair go messy. Me? My hair's messy? My hair is curly and it's got all these ringlets, so my hair always looks terrible on stream because I have all these ringlets in here and it never looks good. The one thing that I'd like to be able to learn is learn how to do hair. Or I want to shave my hair off for charity. It's always something that I've always wanted to do since I was young, was to shave my head for charity, like breast cancer or something. You did it for meal prep. Yeah, that was last Sunday. Good remembering. The hummus stream was the one I watched with the crappy dates. Yes. Yeah, that was it. With the crappy dates. I actually had to I redid another recipe using dates and I had to use them first, so I blended them again because it makes me angry when I saw those dates because they were just crappy quality. Okay. Last thing that you pretend that we didn't screw up. Wait, what did I do? What do you mean, Sammy? I think Molly is perfect. Oh. Sammy, you got $1,000 Molly for doing Make with Molly with us. That's a good booty. Is that someone twerking, Chad? That's impressive. Okay, so that's the cookie dough. I'm just looking for. We're gonna add in half a teaspoon of baking soda. It's our way of saying thanks, Sam, for your support. So baking soda in there is just gonna help it rise. Rise! Oh, Exceed introduced me to the, not that I play League of Legends, and I don't really know what League of Legends is all about, but the championship, the world tournament is on at the moment, and Riot Gaming has released a song specifically for the championship, and it's called Rise, and it has the most amazing film clip, and I think that's what all big production companies need to do, is release like a song or something like that. Like they do for the Olympics, have like a song or they release something. This is what Riot Gaming did. and it's so cool because it has the film clip has some of the well-known players and items and things within the actual film clip. It's really cool. I think the beat as well of the song is really cool. Okay, should shave your hair for charity. Do you have a lot of hair? You want to see my hair? It's a lot of hair. It's really thick as well. And there's a lot. The next charity stream that I want to do is, seeing as though summer is coming up, Christmas is coming up, I'm thinking of doing a charity stream so that we can raise money, and then I'll go to like the mall or something and buy all of these presents, and then we can donate them to kids for Christmas so that every child has a present when they wake up for Christmas Day. You're going to do the St. Jude charity. So St. Jude is an American charity, so I'm not really sure. I'd rather do something closer to home, and especially with children. I would love to do something with kids, but I'm not really sure yet. If you are and want to shave your hair, you should do a dono goal, and we need to reach to shave your hair to something. Yeah. If I would shave my head if we could reach 10 grand or something like that. I think it has to be something substantial because it's my poor hair. But I don't know. I'd like to do it for kids, something towards kids. But St. Jude, like kids with cancer or something, health related. Okay, let's look at this. So this is brown sugar, white sugar. We have flour, baking powder, vanilla. You can see the little vanilla beans in there. And now we're going to add the choc chips. Oh, strip. Goodness me. So you said half a block of chocolate. So I'm just going to add these until I think I've added too many. I don't know. I'd love to do some more charity streams and give back. I think that's an important thing, is to be able to do service and volunteer. I would like to be able to cook for the homeless, but the laws and regulations in Australia are really, really intense. So we'd have to get a commercial kitchen. So Exceed and I were thinking of hiring a commercial kitchen. More cookies, more chocolates. Okay, you twisted my arm. Damn, son. That's a lot of chocolate chips. Okay. And then, like I said, I prefer cookie dough more than I do cookies. There we go. Okay. So I got 2 spoons here. You could do it like this. There's different ways you can do it. So you can make into bowls like that. What you can do is just do one and then use your fingers and then roll them into bowls like that. You can use a ice cream scooper that I don't have, so I don't have the ice cream scooper. Sir G-Force, how you doing? Thanks for that follow. Welcome. I can see you've got your TwitchCon ticket. That's a bit exciting. Who's going to TwitchCon, guys? I sadly cannot go because we are in Australia, but next year. J Fry's gonna give me all of the lowdown. I'm just gonna. I can't wait. I love TwitchCon so that I can just, watch people's IRL streams and, live vicariously through people. But J Fry was saying that the cell network is way overloaded. 4G is overloaded. So a lot of people can't stream or do anything. I wanted to move to Australia, but found out my dog isn't allowed. So as an American, I am moving to Canada. Why would your dog not be allowed? What kind of dog do you have? Usually they just have to go into quarantine for about a month. I know on the banned list, I think we have like an American pit bull and like dogs that are classed as dangerous breeds. But usually most dogs are allowed into the country. They just need, yeah, okay, it's a pit bull. Okay, yeah. And it's classed as a dangerous breed. So it's really unfortunate. I'm sorry about that, Pia. But we would like to have you in the country. You can come visit. Okay, so these spread a lot strip. I think we'll do that many and we'll create another tray. In the oven. I'm gonna turn the oven up a little bit. We'll take the ribs out, I think. So these are our lamb ribs, guys. They do have a bad rap. Any dog can be dangerous. They did I wouldn't say it's a study. They did like a little bit of research into small dogs versus big dogs and the reaction of someone's burgling you. So they had I think about 8 or 9 different dogs, and what would happen is they'd have their owner in their house, and the burglar would come in and try and attack the owner, and they had like a full-on suit or whatever, and the burglar would come in, and a lot of time the bigger dogs, like your Labradors, they had pit bulls as well, the bigger dogs would leave the room or would get really scared and just sit there and not know what to do, where it was the Chihuahua and the Maltese that actually started. They were, out of all of the dogs, they were the most vicious and protective of their owner, which is really interesting. Because I know we've got a cavoodle, so a Cavalier King Charles Cross the Poodle, which is a larger dog, and we also have a Maltese Shih Tzu Poodle, which is Romeo and Chester. Romeo is a lot more assertive and aggressive for people that he doesn't know, and noises and things like that, whereas Chester's a lot more chilled. So it is quite interesting. This is our lamb ribs, guys. So I'm gonna put these cookies in the oven before we make a new tray. Look, beautiful choc chip cookies going in the oven. So this is our lamb ribs. Napoleon complex. For them small dogs, yeah. And like they bite your ankles, and they were like really vicious on this guy. They were like attacking the crap out of him. Whereas the breeds that are considered the more dangerous, that left the room. I find it crazy that police are allowed to have German Shepherds when they are higher bite pressure than any other breed. Pits are 3rd on the list. Wow. Interesting, isn't it? So German Shepherds are number 1 for the bite pressure. I suppose they don't want, if they did set their dog on someone, they wouldn't want them to let go. What is I don't know how to say it, like what is the trainability of, in comparison to a German Shepherd with an American Pit Bull? Like, do you find that I think it's a generalization that you see German Shepherds who are trained and in that type of kind of scenario, are German Shepherds, are Pit Bulls intelligent dogs that are easy to be trained for that type of... Alright, we're just going to roll this over. So these are lamb ribs, guys. This here is a little bit of the side fillet. So this here is going to go nice and soft. And then there's the rib. So this is the side. If you think of the lamb, it's like the side. Your side, and then you've got your bones running through here, and then your connective tissue. So this is going to break down this cartilage, and it's really going to pull away. That's why we're cooking it low and slow today. We might not be able to finish it on stream, but you can just see that there's this meat here that is really juicy, and then the bone you can just pull, will be able to pull away, and then this big chunk of meat here. Okay. Any dog can be dangerous. Let's talk about the bulldog that ripped a guy's genitals off the other day. What? I did not see that. I used to have a pit bull. Our laws are so silly. If they are in a public place, they have to be muzzled. We have a hardware store in Australia. It's called Bunnings, and any dog, you can bring in any dog. They had they brought in this kind of rule that you could bring your dogs in. And then on the first day, it had to be the first day that they allowed dogs into the store, because it's like a hardware store, like it's like a big warehouse. The first day, a little girl went up to a dog, and the owner said, no, don't approach the dog. But the little girl did it anyway, and the dog bit her, which I think it's on the girl and the family of that child, not the dog, because the owner said, no, don't come close to it. And now, after that, there was a blanket rule. The dogs can come in, but they have to be either muzzled and on a leash, or they have to be restrained within the trolley of the store. And there's so many times where I whipped to the hardware store, and when Chester was a puppy, I used to put him in a little box and put him in the trolley, and it was very cute. Everyone loved him. Whereas now, I have to leave them in the car for about 5 minutes, which I never do in summer. Rather than taking him in, it's just such a hassle. He's more sweet than our terriers. Oh, hello, beautiful people. Hello, Captain Kirk. How are you doing today, sir? We are making some cookies. This is our lamb. What are they called? What did I call them before? Lamb ribs. I'm gonna put them back in the oven. We're roasting them down. And we've got some damn delicious choc chip cookies in the oven. Okay, another tray. How is everyone? For those that are new to the channel, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna use a round one. Captain Kirk, what time did you go to bed last night? What time did Dimmu go to bed? That man is crazy. Okay, just gonna wash my hands. I've only ever been bit by chows and chihuahuas. Yeah, Chester will lick you to death, whereas Romeo, if you approach Romeo in the wrong way, or like he feels defensive, then he will bite you. And he's broken skin, not badly. It just it hurts, but he's never done too much damage. But yeah, he will bite you, whereas Chester will just lick you to death. He's a big buffer. I went to bed an hour after you guys left. Okay. Nice. We're just talking about dogs and travel. Your favorite cookies, or your favorite cookie flavor. Everyone seems to be in love with Subway. So isn't it interesting? They're known for their, what was it? His name Gerald? Or who was the Subway guy that lost all that weight? They're known for being healthy, but then they sell these really sugary cookies. It's crazy. When I was a child, I was attacked by a Rottweiler and had to get 70 stitches in my leg. Wow. My auntie has a French Mastiff, or a doggy de, I think it's a doggy de Bordeaux. And it was it was a female, and she was so placid. She had the best personality. She was so sweet. And unfortunately, she just passed away I think it was 1.5 years ago now. It seems like just the other day. But she was so beautiful. She had the best temperament. And when my auntie got a second one, the dog's temperament was completely different. And this one's a bit of a nutter. It's a little bit stupid. And Exceed will back me up on this. Shelby is cute, but she's a little bit stupid. And yeah, a bit unfortunate. There's a rogue choc chip. Where is it? Here. Oh, I chopped it. I can say, hands down, this is a great cookie dough. Rots are number 2 on the bite pressure list. That's crazy though, because normally they are mellow. I've seen some really mellow rots, but you know, also some. I think it's their temperament. If they've been, I need cookie in this cookie monster. Vape fries, how you doing? I think this cookie dough is so good. If the dog has been socialized and been around kids and loud noises and things like that, whereas if it's been kept inside and been sheltered to a certain degree, when it does come into contact with kids and loud noises and it's not used to it, of course it's like you would have anxiety and you would be nervous, and then you would definitely you feel for the dog, because it's in a situation where you look at their body language and they're going to either get you know, growl or bark. You want to see? This is my ferocious dog. Come here. This is Mr. Ferocious himself. Hey. Big boy, aren't ya? A Doberman saved my life. My favourite breed. Oh, very nice. So this is Romeo. He's a Maltese Shih Tzu poodle. He is 7. Aren't ya? Best taste is a cookie dough. I eat them all before I get to that stage. Cookie dough is good. Cookie dough is very nice. Hey. See? He likes cuddles, and if you're such a grumpy bugger, aren't ya? Romy? Alright. Cookie, Exceed, can we go to the stove, please? Ooh, damn! Look at them. Even though I said it was a smaller batch, I'll just slid here and they're a little bit bent. Even though I said it was a smaller batch, they've made 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cookies, guys. 17 cookies. So what's the best way to eat cookies? Is it with milk? Is it with coffee? What do you guys think? How should we try them? I want to have a rescue for Dobermans and Pits. Hey, that's pretty cool. So when are you moving to Canada? Is it a definite move? Look at these. So the butter in them, the fat content, as well as the sugar, is still quite volatile and it's quite hot. So they will start to solidify as the temperature reduces. So they're quite soft now, they're hard to pick up. They're not sticking, but you will find once they cool down a little bit and that sugar kind of starts to harden, they will be a lot nicer. You can see the beautiful chocolate in there. I just want to eat it. But look at that breakaway. Very chewy. Definitely with that inclusion of the molasses and the brown sugar. And it's a high sugar content cookie. Yeah. I want to pick up, oh look, I can pick it up and show you kind of, see, really chewy. Whereas in comparison to the cookies that I made during the week, they're a lot more cakier. So I definitely want to find in between this cookie that Strip for Donuts has given me the recipe. A cookie would be my choice. Okay. Hot cocoa. Almond milk. I have some almond milk. I might actually try with almond milk. I have regular milk as well, we'll see. What do you think, chat? What's the best way to eat a cookie? What is your beverage of choice? Let's go almond milk. Actually, is this almond milk still good to use? I don't want to vomit on the stream. Okay. So I have some regular whole milk here. We have some almond milk. I think I'll just shake it. Shake it. Unsweetened, only 4 ingredients. 4? I usually make mine with 2. For the color difference. You guys can't see. It's really glary. Look. Alright guys, I want you, can you guys see? Which one is the regular milk one, which one's the almond milk? The left or the right? So this one or this one? Which is the real milk? Which is the almond milk? Let's bring some cookies over. Maybe I need a almond milk is on the left. You reckon this is almond milk? Regular on the left. So there's 2 here. This is the left and this is the right. Which one's almond milk and which one is regular milk? Dairy milk. I'm very interested in this. Emma thinks this one's the regular milk, but Betsy thinks that one's the almond milk. Just lifting up my cookies here. So with this recipe, definitely it goes from 0 to like, as in not cooked, to like really like caramelized. So it's the amount of sugar that's in the recipe. Shakana, thanks for that, host. I always find dairy to be more white. The left is dairy. Left is dairy, says silver. Almond milk is whiter in colour. Cow milk is more yellow in colour, says vaporize. And that's natural from cows. But dairy is also more thick. And the one on the left seemed much thinner, and she said whole milk. Isn't whole milk dairy milk? Like it's... What? I'm confused. Okay, so everyone's saying that the regular, okay, so how's your window said the regular is in the left, almond milk is on the left, left is dairy. All right, do you want me to tell you what it is? So this is a bit foamy when she poured, so, okay. This one here, the foamy one, the white in color, is almond milk, and Vaporize was right. The fat content, so very similar to like the butter content, the fat has a yellow tinge, so that's where you're gonna find from your milk there as well. Whole milk is like super thick, or it's not super thick, it just means that it has whole milk is containing, it's just like straight from the cow. It's got the higher fat content because it's got the inclusion of the cream as well. Yep, you were. Almond milk on the left. Yeah. More cream, definitely. High fat content, whereas skim milk is what happens if you have non-homogenized milk and non-pasteurized milk, you leave it to sit, and then the cream will start to rise to the top because of the fat is, oil, fat, is actually less weight than water, so then it will gravitate to the top, and then you skim that cream and use it as cream, and then the rest, the leftover, the byproduct is skim milk, Whereas what we have in Australia called high-low is actually skim milk with a little bit of that cream added back in, and then it's homogenized and pasteurized together. Okay. I'm not a fan of milk at all. Even before I became vegan, I still couldn't drink regular milk. Dang lactose. There is a product that you can, it's called lactase, and you add it into, like say you've got your regular milk, and you add a few drops, it breaks down the lactose, and it makes it easy to digest on your stomach. It's something that I looked into when I was thinking that I was allergic to lactose. It isn't one of those things that is, you know, a clear-cut alternative, but it can be for those, can help and benefit for those that are sensitive to lactose. All right, so we're doing a comparison between these chocolate chip cookies. What is the better milk to eat it with? Is it almond milk or is it regular milk? Okay, so we'll start with the almond milk first. So I have a cookie here. I'm gonna break that in half. Break the half cookie, and we'll do a dip. It's still a little bit warm, so hopefully it doesn't fall in there. Okay, do a dip. It doesn't really, I don't think it goes. I think I would prefer to make my own almond milk. It's not, don't think it's a good quality one. It's a lot thinner because it doesn't have like that fat content, and it's mainly water. But that being said, it has a nice nuttiness that goes really well with the cookies. So you just dip it in. It's okay. Hey Sexting, how you doing? Coffee would have been better. You reckon coffee? Should I make a coffee? Alright, let's just try this regular milk. I don't like regular soy milk or almond milk. So what do you eat? What about oat milk? Or you just don't have milk at all? Alright, regular milk. I feel like whole milk, like your regular dairy milk, just has a creaminess, not really a flavor to it. Whereas the almond milk has a nuttiness, and it kind of, I wouldn't say it takes over, but like I personally prefer the regular milk just because it's creamy. It's thicker, definitely, because you've got less like water content. And alright, look at this. So I'll dip it, and you can see how different it is. Like, see, this one's clear, whereas that, you can see the milk on there. That one's like a, can you see? It was like, that's the milk and that's the almond milk. But at the end of the day, just eat the cookies with whatever you like. Just eat the cookies plain, definitely. Do they taste similar? So the almond milk has a nuttiness to it, and it also has like this is unsweetened, but almonds themselves have a sweetness. So I would recommend getting, this is almonds, soaked almonds that have been blended with water, salt, and also sunflower oil, which I don't like. So that's where you can get all the nuttiness from as well, because you have to add the salt and the preservatives into the milk to then keep it from going rancid, and they heat it as well. Whereas if I was going to do it again, I would definitely make my own almond milk. Extra creamy, or macadamia milk is really good, but it's a lot more expensive. Because then you know it's fresh, it's a lot creamier, and it doesn't have any other like preservatives or any other ingredients in it. How long did you bake the cookie? Oh God, good answer, good question. These ones are extra crunchy. Extra crunchier. They just bake in like for maybe, I'm gonna say, oh I need them flat. 10 minutes. They bake for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15. How about taking cream and mix it in with the almond milk? That would be optimal. Cream with the almond milk, yeah, you can do that. I love the brand Silk. I don't know if they have that. I have heard of Silk. Our personal soy milk is Bon Soy, and that's really good. It's like it's a lot more expensive, but it's a lot creamier, and it just has a better flavor in my opinion. And things like that, where like your milk, a lot of milk tastes the same, where there's a lot of things where if you buy a cheaper, lower quality product, you're gonna get different results. It's like flour. If you bought the really good quality flour compared to the lower quality flour, you wouldn't actually taste the difference, but you'll have a difference in the protein level or the gluten level, and you'll get a different product. So you need to be aware that, like I always used to think, oh, wheat's all the same, or sugar's all the same. Well, sugar's a little bit different, but wheat, a good quality wheat compared to a lower quality wheat, has a different amount of protein and a different amount of gluten. So if you're making a cake that you want really light and fluffy, it's probably a little bit easier to use a lower quality flour because it's going to have a lower amount of protein or a lower level of gluten. However, if you wanted to make a bread that you need a lot of gluten because you need a lot of stretch and you need it to prove and whatever, and more protein in there, then you definitely need a better quality product because you're going to get a better quality ingredient result. Sorry. I always buy zero flour, finest grinding flour. Yeah, so we don't have zero flour here in Australia. So zero flour is in comparison to, we did this research. So I think it's an Italian versus a UK metric system. So zero is an Italian rating system, so it just means a really fine flour. Whereas if you have, I did this research the other day. Hey Google, what's the difference between zero flour and all-purpose flour?
On the website ferrofresh.co.nz, they say, the names OO and zero flour refer to specifically Italian milled flour that is used for pasta making. You will find that this is also called doppio zero, just meaning double zero. The grading system is 2, 1, 0 or 00 and indicates to how finely ground the flour is and how much of the bran and germ has been removed.
Thank you.
I'm here to help.
So you understand what that means? So it just means it's the less of the germ and the outside of the wheat has been removed, so it's a much finer and it's a much better quality product. And it's all dependent on what you're using it for as well. Like if you're using a bread, you want to making a bread, you want to make a bread flour and has a high percentage of gluten, but it's depending what type of bread you're making it as well. Like a panna di casa versus like a sourdough or a rye sourdough. It's depending what kind of glutens, what type of percentage of proteins you want in there, compared to if you're making a regular mud cake or you're making a sponge cake. Sponge cake, you want less protein, you want to add maybe some corn flour to make it really light and fluffy, whereas a mud cake, you want it as dense as possible, really fudgy, and you can use different products. So it's really, really been beneficial for me to learn the differences of products and how they're utilized. So I used to think that, when you make one recipe, you just substitute the ingredients of what you've got. But it's understanding when a recipe is built, why you're adding salt, or why. This is why yesterday we were chatting about baking is such a fine art practice. You need to have exactly amount of, like 350 grams. You can't have 355, can't have 320. You need to have 350 grams of flour, because that is going to react with a specific amount of moisture. Whereas with regular cooking, like if you don't have any Italian herbs, Italian spice mix or Italian herbs, then you can add a little bit of basil, add a little bit of parsley, add an extra little bit of this, and you can change it around to how you're tasting and how you feel. Whereas baking is a little bit harder and more of a science that I think it's really interesting to learn a lot about. So I'm looking for some cookbooks, and I'm looking for some more education that I can do to kind of improve my skills in every area. So I can teach you guys more and impart knowledge, and I'm always looking for you guys to give some little tidbits to me as well. Baking is the art, as hard to master. Really lots of science involved, definitely. Yep. Bumble Easter. How you doing? When does the milk expire? What kind of milk is this? This milk here, it expires on the 24th of October. This one here is full cream milk. It was bought yesterday. And then this one's almond milk, and this expires on the 10th of December. But since it's been opened, I would probably throw it out next week. It's okay, I'm hoping to get better soon. Oh, you're not well? Bit under the weather. Oh, that's not too good. Is it the flu? What's going on? Okay. So we've got our cookies, our choc chip cookies. You're allergic to nuts. Oh no. Choc chip cookies there. And then we also have some more on the stove. So these are a little bit more brown. They're going to be still quite chewy. Just more caramelization of that. And they're not burnt. They're just going to have more of a toffee flavor. Like that. There you go. Also, if you wanted to make this cookie recipe and you didn't want to bake them now and you didn't want to have all of these cookies, just roll them into a bowl and freeze them. This is something that I did earlier in the week. So these are another cookie recipe that I made. These are peanut butter and choc chip. And you just break like a few of these off, put them on a baking tray from frozen, and then put them in the oven and then bake them. So whenever you feel like you want a sweet treat, you can just whack one of these or a few of these in the oven, and then they're fresh as they can be. Cool, huh? Hey, Chester. How you doing, puppy? Closer, please. Are you related to Dr. Keibler or Dr. Fields? What do you mean, my friend? You see these cookies? Fudgy and chewy. So good. Oh, look at that one. That's got a lot of cookies. Chocolates. There we go. Alrighty. So we're gonna get into. I'm gonna grab out these. Hello, Chester. Have you seen Molly in chat? Look at these guys. This is our wrap of lamb. Our lamb ribs. Beautiful meat. We will turn him over again. You can find the tongs. Chester has a lion tail. He does. Look at this, guys. I think I'm gonna put this on the bench and chop that off. What are those? It is a lamb ribs. I'm back just in time to see them ribs. And what I'm going to do is bring it over here. Apple, how you doing? There we go. Like this. Whoop, I need to sharpen this. Alright. There we go. Sorry. There we go. PR Hound, thank you very much. Well, it's 1 a.m. here. I better get some sleep. Enjoyed your stream. See you next time. Thank you for stopping in, PR Hound. I hope you have a lovely sleep, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. Oh, wrong one. Gosh, it looks crispy. Yeah. So it needs to be in the oven for longer, but I'm just gonna see what this piece looks like. So this here, you can see, this will start to break off and peel off. And oh my gosh, it just looks so good. Let's have a look here. Look at Chester. Bit of salt on there. Look at good. Okay, so this is a little bit of the lamb fat that's just been caramelized, and just having a look. I feel like it definitely needs to go in for a little bit longer. But what I'm gonna do is grab a fork here and see. Oh gosh, look at this. You guys see how this is like pulling apart? Oh. Guys, I feel like we should make a lamb salad with that. Oh my gosh, so much flavor. I'm just gonna sit here and eat this all. So I'm gonna whack that back in the oven. Turn it down a little bit lower, because you can see the connective tissue here hasn't broken down. It's still quite tight. And then we just wanna lower the temp, because we turned it up to cook the cookies. What I might do, however, see if you want to go to default, this is a lot of the rendered juices that have come off. So you could whack that into the bin if you didn't want to keep it. What I'm going to do is put it into a bowl, let it solidify, and I'm going to pull off some of that fat, and then I'm going to make a really nice like gravy with it. Bomb ass stuck, yeah. So see, I don't, because what will happen is this will all start to cook, and it will really turn quite nasty onto my pan and cook into my pan. So I just want to remove that while I can. Grab this. We'll make some gravy with that. You want to always keep your drippings. Always make the best stew. Look at all that. So this is why when I said I started with a frozen Chess. What are you trying to do? I started with it was a little bit frozen, the meat, but it allowed, going into a cooler oven, it allowed it to render a lot of that fat off. So that allows you to have, the byproduct is it's going to give you a nice leaner cut of meat with that connective tissue and that fat rendering down. So you can have that for a stock or a gravy. And then it also allows the ribs to still be flavorful, but not as oily, and not have to bite around that big solidified amount of fat. Okay? So pop this guy into the oven. I might, just to keep it nice and moist, I'm just whacking it upside down, so then the main heat is on the hot top, so it doesn't burn the top. and then all of the steam and everything can come underneath. So it kind of makes like a little teepee. And we're cooking it at about 160 degrees Celsius. Hey Google, what is 160 Celsius in Fahrenheit?
160 degrees Celsius equal 320 degrees Fahrenheit.
There you go. So, here, that beautiful cut of meat. So what I'm gonna do is you've got, ready? Can we pause the music? Can you guys hear this? Can you hear that? Really crispy skin. And we're gonna chop that up and we're gonna make a really nice salad. I used to make a roast when I'm busy working, definitely. All right, really quickly. This is what we can do with it today. So say this is a salad from just me. I would do get a little plate like this. We'll get some so this here is called oak leaf lettuce. So you've got, it's a combo. You've got your regular green lettuce and then also this purpley color. There's not a lot of difference. The purple is a little bit more bitter. So I'm just going to be really gentle and break some of these lettuce leaves off. Like that. Not really gentle at all, but okay. And I want to run these through under the sink just to get off any excess water. I'm just gonna pop them there. I'm gonna get some paper towel so we can dry that off. I'm so glad it's morning here and I'm eating breakfast. That's one of the biggest suggestions for the stream is any cooking stream is always bring snacks, guys. Because I apologize, but I do have the habit of making you hungry. I always find when I wash lettuce, it always goes like sad and soggy. I don't know. Does anyone else? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I always be gentle with it. But just, I don't know. So shake it. I need a salad spinner. My mum always used to have a salad spinner when I was a kid. Can you hear that crackle in the oven? It sounds so good. That beautiful lamb, not pork, lamb today. I know next time to bring snacks. Definitely. Okay, so some beautiful lettuce like that. Why does this lettuce look sad? It looks so sad. Okay. I'm going to grab some cucumber, some carrot in there too. And all I'm going to do with this carrot is I just want to eat the lamb. That's all I care about. Lettuce, lamb, a little bit of maybe some cheese, some Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna top and tail, and you just want to go like this. Whoop. Little bits of carrot like that. A little bit of extra colour. colour like that. I'm just gonna chop all on this bench because this has all been cooked, so it's all good. Put some feta in there as well. The whole carrot on top, Molly. You reckon I should... There you go. That's my salad. That's my salad. Emma, that's what you told me to do, the whole carrot on top. Maybe some cherry tomatoes. Let me see what I've got. I've got like nothing in my fridge. Maybe some apple. Some apple slices. And some feta. Feta would be good. And what is the number one most common dish that Aussie people make regularly? It would be like macaroni and Swedish meatballs. Oh, you think like the Swedish food that we make that we think is Swedish? Yeah, I would think that a lot of people think like people make Swedish meatballs. In my opinion, they'd make Swedish meatballs. We've done a Swedish themed stream where we made semla. We did make meatballs. Such a long time ago. We need to redo it. What else did we do, guys? Semla, meatballs. It was just a really heavy, a lot of potato. Let's remember that. Okay. A little bit of apple, like that. Some feta cheese. So this is goat's cheese feta that I've been marinating in some chili olive oil. So just get little pieces like this. Like that. Little chunks. Beautiful crunch. Oh, no, like what Aussie people eat regularly. Chicken parmigiana, except, yeah, definitely. What else would they like? What do we eat? Meat pies. A lot of Italian food, I think. Australian people like a lot of Italian food. Spaghetti bolognese. All right. So I've just turned this upside down because it's a lot harder to cut through this skin than if you turn it. And then you can slide your knife through. And then that last bit of skin. Can you hear the dogs? We help you eat it, Ma. Look at this. It's beautiful lamb. Still a little bit of pink. Look at that. Flip it back over. Look at that! It looks a little bit like duck, to be honest. Maybe it is duck. Maybe the duck has big ribs. Alright, so I think those ribs are really nearly ready to come out. But last thing, a little bit of extra salt. So I just got some flake salt here. Just a little bit of salt on top. Extra flavour. And then I've just got some flaked almonds as well on here. Look at that. Just a really simple, duck is greasy though, So the thing, like I said, with duck is like with your the lamb, is you want to render a lot of that fat off. You know, if that means starting to cook it in a cold pan, putting it into a cold oven and bringing that temperature up really slowly and cooking it for a longer time at a lower temperature, you're going to remove a lot of that fat. So that might help with you sexting as well. Is definitely, I agree with some people don't cook and render off a lot of that fat. So this is our drippings. Can you see how it's quite opaque? It means that the fat has started to cool, and it started to cool and then go opaque. If you didn't want all of that fat, you could skim it all off. But what I want is to remove some of this fat, give it a, then underneath is the beautiful flavor. So if you can go underneath like that and see that darker, rich color, that's what I want to drizzle on top of my meat. So a rich, I want the fat, so you can kind of remove the fat and then drizzle that beautiful. Like that, see? And use that as like your sauce. Now we're going to grab it up. See if we can go to the stove. And these have just been marinated in olive oil and salt, guys. Salt and pepper. So nothing else, just really simple. Now we're going to bring this all back. Alright. I've got our cleaver. Also got my nice sharp knife. And I'm going to try and cut up these ribs. So you can just use the cleaver. See all this fat that's come off the meat. Animal fat shouldn't be put down the sink because it solidifies like that. So animal fat goes white. Any oil or fat that goes white and thickens once it's gone cold will clog up your sink. So that's why I'm scraping this off, and then you just put it directly in your bin, guys. If you don't want to pay the plumber to come and fix your sink, don't put it under the sink. Also, coffee grounds. I also heard that coffee grounds have a lot of that coconut oil that solidifies. Coconut grounds should not be put in your sink either. You know, I'm definitely 100% to blame, because I have put coffee grounds, just tipped out a coffee pot and put it down the sink. That build up, if you're doing it regularly, that build up of oils and fats will clog up your sink, and then you can use a product like Drano or something to clean it with hot water, but it's better not to do it at all. Funny fact, Peugeot, the car factory, was the one who invented the table grinder to pepper. Oh, okay. Wow. Alrighty, guys. So, see, it's got a little bit of oil coming off, but it should be alright. What I'm going to try and do first is I'm going to use, there's 3 different knives I'm going to try and use. I have like a paring knife, like a utility knife like this. I have a chef's knife, and I also have a cleaver. So we're going to start with the smallest. The smallest is going to allow us to get into this cartilage and cut it out, and the movability of it. The chef's knife is going to be stronger and easier to control, whereas the cleaver is just going to bang its way through, and it's going to take no prisoners. So what you want to do is start with holding your ribs, pulling it out to the side, and that's going to show this connective tissue, which is called your intercostal muscles. It's the muscle between the ribs that helps same with humans, You want to break that through, cut that down, and that's your riblets, okay? So, see, this is good to get through, but it's not as effective to get through the skin. Like that. You need to do it a few times. Whereas we'll try with the chef knife. So pulling it apart a little bit, and then you can, with this one, you can just bang your way down like that, and it's a lot easier. Okay, look at that. Beautiful lamb ribs. That. You got this beautiful, the bone is there, it's quite thin, and then you've got that nice piece of meat there. Okay. Look good? What do you reckon, guys? Would you eat this? Cookies turned out fabulous, Strip. Very nice. Look at that. That rack rib I can eat alone. Were they chewy? Yeah, they were really chewy. They're really good. I got a little bit of fat meat on my hands now, so I won't touch them at the moment. But then, so this is the ribs here, and then you've also got, this is where it connects into the other rib cage. So you've got other bones in here. So when we're coming up to these ones, we might actually need the cleaver to break through. Okay, so you might get a little bit loud. So turn down your You ready? There we go. Look at that. Just getting bigger and better. Look at those lamb ribs, guys. So I would serve these with a chimichurri or a really nice herby, like a vinaigrette or something. You want something to kind of cut through that richness and the oiliness of the lamb. It's not a huge oily meat, but it is rich. So I usually serve it with a chimichurri, so like parsley or coriander or something, mixed with garlic, mixed with oil and lemon juice. You could just squeeze some lemon juice over there if you wanted to as well. And that's going to really accentuate that beautiful lightness of the meal and make it really delicious. Chester is very excited, isn't he? Knife skills. I need to sharpen this bad boy. We actually laughed about this yesterday because if I wipe here, you can just see, I don't know if you guys can see, it has my brother's name engraved and also my mum's phone number. Because when my brother started his apprenticeship, it was so long ago that we didn't have mobile phones. No one had their own personal mobile phone. So he had to have my mum's phone number engraved on there. And it was like not a good quality because we couldn't really afford good quality knives then. So my mum bought him like a set for when he started his apprenticeship. And somehow I ended up with it. And yeah, I need to sharpen it probably, but it's really cool. Chester is on the prowl. It made 17 cookies. Yeah, we made a heaps amount of cookies. So this is we'll take that away now. These built as cookies. Nobody had mobile phones. I don't know. Well, I suppose that it's not that old, but I remember he didn't have a mobile phone at that stage. We had those, you had to go to a phone box. A phone box. I haven't seen a phone box in years. All right, look. So these are strips cookies. They are chewy, they are delicious. So just a simple choc chip cookie recipe. And look at this. Chewy goodness. So using brown sugar, white sugar in there, flour, butter, choc chips, some vanilla bean paste as well. So good. Dr. Phone Box means Doctor Who. Yep, definitely. And then this one here, we cooked our lamb ribs. I'm so happy that I found these and I made them on stream. So lamb ribs we just cooked with olive oil, salt and pepper. And then with a little bit of the meat that was on the side, we just served it up with some really delicious, just a simple salad. So here we've got some lettuce, we have feta, cucumber, a little bit of carrot, apple for some crunch, the lamb, and then just some of the pan juices as well in there. And then these are your chewy, crunchy, let me have a taste. Thanks, Kingslayer. Cameron Crass, thanks for that follow. Look at that, just pulls it off. Yum. Exceed Will down all the cookies. He probably won't eat a lot of the lamb, but I know he will eat the cookies. So good. Thank J Fry. Oh, we love J Fry. He is the man, the social butterfly of Twitch, we call him. Kingsley, thank you for coming in. All right. So guys, next time on, no stream on Mondays and Tuesdays. So we have a challenge for you guys. We want you to find a new streamer. And when we're back on Wednesday for World of Warcraft Wednesdays, we want you to tell us about them. J Fry! J Fry, thank you very much for that gifting. Kingsley, welcome. Come on in. Pull up a chair to our beautiful community, beautiful kitchen. As a sub, you receive all of the recipes made on stream, all of a file of nearly 600 recipes. You get 500 Molly dollars, our in-stream currency to get you started. You got your knife and fork to get started digging in on our beautiful meal. Thank you, J Fry. Thank you very much. As a gifter, you get 250 Molly dollars. Happy to be here. They wanted to see a nice Australian cooker. A cooker. Thanks, J Fry. And you get your emote. Very cool. Thank you, J Fry. All right, we'll play some basketball. You ready? So I had 2 puppies in my way. They're ready for some lamb. So for Double or Nothing, this is our way that you can redeem and earn yourself some Molly dollars. The cost is $250 for opportunity to win 500. We have 3 shots at the hoop. If I get any in, the game's done and I win. If I don't get any, then you win at home and you double your money to $500 million. Are you guys ready? The world-class chef Molly. I'm laughing at you, but yes. Alright. Let's go. So, I've had to be handicapped, so standing on the side, now I have to do my left hand, okay? There's Saucy, you ready? On. And then Strip, you're up next. I have to make, it's such a thought process to go into, like, standing here and actually making the shot. I feel so silly. Alright, one more shot. Are you ready? Good bump for me. Oh! There's those $500 million coming your way. Strip, step on up. Your turn. I recently moved back to Perth from Melbourne. Yeah, you did. let's go. Try the headphone on. Stop. Turn back. You just want some lamb. Ready? I thought like squatting down would be better. Obviously not doing it. You ready? Ah! Stroop, 500 $500 coming your way. Get back in there. We have a cooking streamer friend in Sydney. You have a cooking streamer friend, J Fry? Okay, Ken, let's go. You've lost your touch. I know, it's all about the left hand. It just feels like it's not attached to my body. Do you guys know Cat's Kitchen? We do! We love Cat. Are you ready? Guys, I just want you to know, I used to win this all the time. I promise, I'm good at it. Guys, tell them that I actually used to do good. It's either I play too well, or like this, I play not good at all. I don't know, I can't find a happy medium where sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. I don't think Chester is on your thing. That's Romeo. That's the Romeo barking at me. Is she streaming now? Alright, we're gonna go to next time on. So this week, guys, we want you to find some new streamers and tell us about it on Wednesday. Wednesday is World of Warcraft Wednesdays. We're working our way through. This is gonna be week 4 of cooking recipes from the cooking book, World of Warcraft cookbook. Thursday, we are making stuffed cabbage rolls. We're making Rainbow Queen Kyle has redeemed me to use an ingredient, and it's paprika. So we're making chicken paprikash and also mini apple crumbles. Fridays evenings with Exceed, we might play some Call of Duty. Saturday is KFC, so it's BRZT's KFC stream. We are recreating KFC, homemade KFC for BRZT. And Sunday is fajitas, smashed pea and feta toast, and some ginger chili jam as well. So it's gonna be a full-on stream this week. A lot of cooking. So we'd love to hear back about some new streams that we should check out. I know 10 people in Kentucky. Do you vaporize, really? 10. It's very specific. Alrighty. Okay, we're gonna jump over and let's see, it's gonna just show me. Scroll down a little bit, see? Who is live? Alright. Sure, let's jump over and Cat's Kitchen looks like she's cooking chicken saltimbocca. Ooh, that sounds good. Lovely. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for the love. We're gonna jump over and we're gonna host Cat's Kitchen. If you haven't checked her out, say hello, and we will see you on Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the huge donation. Very, very kind. And thank you for the 2 subs today, guys. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.